Hello, dear students. I am Dr. Shikha Pandey, Associate Professor from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So, in this lecture series of this solid waste management, today we will discuss about the collection of solid waste. Like previously, I have discussed about the generation of solid waste in our country, and then its characterization of different type of waste. And now comes to the next topic, that is collection of solid waste. So, this collection of solid waste is of two type, like primary collection and secondary collection. So this is the whole chart that is related with the integrated solid waste management. First of all, the waste generation is there. So after generation, first is the primary collection method, that is at household level, and after this their handling, storage, and then next collection is the secondary collection also. Sometimes what these municipal corporation will do, they will just do this secondary collection, and they will directly transfer it to either disposal site or to the transport and then processing site or transformation site. So this is the whole chart. This is related with the integrated solid waste management. So today we will discuss about primary collection method and secondary collection method. At the municipal level, what India is doing before this, which type of method has been adopted for the collection and segregation of solid waste, and now how they are advanced from the ancient type of method. Because before previous years, they are just collecting solid waste in a tractor or trolley, and that is mixed waste also, and that will create a waste spillage, and that is created some foul smell also, and that is creating pollution also. So that method was not much efficient and not much eco-friendly method also, and not good for the public health also. So now these methods are changed with some of the advancement, and for this one we're going to discuss about the haul container system and what type of vehicles now the corporations people will now using for the collection of this solid waste. So first of all, we'll start this. The basics of the collection of solid waste means, what is the meaning of this collection of solid waste? So the functional element of collection includes not only the gathering of solid waste, but also hauling of waste after collection to either disposal site or material recovering facility or treatment utility. So the collection will not only involve the collection from household to the dustbins. It is involved on an advanced way, like collection from the dump site to the material recovering facility or processing treatment unit. So this will all involved in this collection world. So this collection of solid waste we are going to study is all about the collection of this solid waste, either from a household or from resident to up to their dump site, or from dump site to the haul to the material recovering facility or treatment unit. So in the small cities where final disposal sites are nearby, the waste hauling is not a serious problem, because in the small cities, if the waste material recovering facility or waste dump site all is within 60 kilometer of radius, so in these places it is not a big issue, because the hauling container will come, a person with a vehicle will come, they will dispose, they will unload the containers, and then they will do the unloading of the container. So this way it will not take much time. But in the larger city, in the metropolitan cities, which is having this material recovering facility site, processing site or dump site more than 16 kilometer of radius of distance, then the haul process is a serious economic implication, because the vehicle is coming for the loading of the waste, and then that vehicle is going for the unloading of the waste, and this metropolitan city is very populous city, so the waste generation is also much high. So in this way, this will be a very economical process, because it will involve the processing with some labor's cost also. It will involve the capital cost of the vehicle, fuel charge, and then and it will be like it is in a whole day they will work for 8 hours only. 8-hour duration is there. In the 8-hour duration, how much they can do loading or unloading of the waste to this material recovering facility. So in this way, we are going to study the different type of this collection method that has been adopted in our country. So the waste collection, first waste collection. Waste collection means what? Waste collection include not only the gathering of solid waste from the various source, but also hauling of this waste to the location where the content of the vehicles are emptied. So this collection means gathering of solid waste from household and then disposing it to the hauling of this waste to the final delivery location. And this is where the vehicle will be empty. So this is the collection vehicles that is now using and that is now adopting for the segregated waste. So this vehicle is collecting segregated waste means like dry waste and wet waste. So this wet waste. So this dry waste, wet waste has been collected in this vehicle, and they will take that vehicle will take it to final delivery location or whatever. And this could be a part. This when we will count the collection of the vehicle, and then this vehicle will go to final delivery location or material recovery facility site. That part, that timing is also considered for the final operation of the waste on unloading by the vehicle. So you can see in the picture, this is a picture from a Chandigarh where people are putting their garbage into the collection vehicle, and from this collection vehicle, this vehicle will take this garbage to the either for the big vehicle or for the directly the material recovery facility location. Now comes to the next point. Types of collection means both there are collection can be of two types. First is the primary collection that we can also call as collection services, and the second is the secondary collection system. Collection services involves with the what type of methods, what type of vehicles are used in the collection of the solid waste. Means haul container system is there, either curb facility is there, or alley facility is there, or door-to-door facility is there. Means which type of facility has been involved for the collection of the solid waste. So this is called as a primary collection method. And after that, secondary collection means it is like a collection system. So collection system will involve the collection of waste from different location. It will be on a larger scale, like haul container system is used to collect waste from a waste location, not from a door to door, from a waste location, from a curb facility, from an alley facility, and then taking that waste to the material recovery facility site. So this has been involved in the secondary collection method, and primary collection method is either it is a curb facility, or it is an alley facility, or it is a set up and set back practices. Which type of methods has been adapted for the primary collection and secondary collection? So the primary collection is the collection of solid waste from the source of generation. Source of generation means what? From a household, like either by curb facility is there, which type of facility is there for this collection of the waste from the source generation. And the collection point can be located outside the individual house or communal container serving a number of household or apartments. As the last class I have discussed about the type of containers that is used depend upon type of the population or type of people are residing in that place. So the collection point can be located outside any individual house, or it should be in a locality, or it should be in an apartment. Maintenance staff is there, so this type of collection point is there. So this type of collection is called as primary collection, and they will dispose the waste to the vehicle, either in the vehicle, and they will dispose the waste either in the garbage site of their community. Next point is depending on the collection vehicle and the distance to the waste treatment or disposal site, the waste may be taken to the disposal site or to the transfer station. So depends upon the collection vehicle and the distance to the waste treatment, this disposal site, the waste may be taken to the disposal site or to the transfer station. So depends upon its types, means which type, collection vehicle type or waste type or distance for the treatment for the final facility. It should be involved with the final disposal site or the transfer station. So this is all about the primary collection. Primary collection is the collection that involves only at your household level or in your community level only. So for this type of primary collection, three type of services has been used. First is the curb service. Second is the alley and door-to-door service. Curb service means what? This service has been involved with when the residents and the people residing in that place is responsible for placing the container to be emptied at the curb on collection day. So you can see it in the picture. The resident itself, that lady, is going to put their garbage in the container that has been installed on the curb during the collection day, and residents is responsible for returning the empty container to their storage location until the next collection. So the persons residing in that place is responsible for returning the empty container to their storage location until the next collection takes place. So this service is called as curb service. And this is a picture of a curb service where they are putting their garbage into the big container on the day of collection day. And you can see that in this curb service, the garbage has been thrown out in outside area, and this is not much pollution is there, and waste spillage is there, and this is attracting flies also. So it will be creating some not fit for the environment, and this method is not much good, because the garbage is thrown out outside the garbage location and the waste are there. So this curb facility services is not much efficient. Now comes to the next point, next type of service, that is alley service. Alley services is there. Alley is used when the part of layout of the city, in a planned city or in a gated community, that alley has been installed, and the storage of containers should be done in the alley, and the collection is similar to the curb services. Alley is there where they have placed the storage containers. In that storage container, you have to put your garbage, and the collection people will come on the collection day, and they will take this garbage from this alley. And this type, you can say that this is similar to the curb services also, because in curb services also container has been installed, container has been placed in the area where people will throw their garbage, and the collection by person will come. They will take the garbage, and they will take it to the final delivery location. So this thing is also similar type of alley services. This alley services is only good thing about these alley services is that alley is covered with and beans has been covered with the boxes, so no water can enter inside the containers, or no flies can come, and if water can enters into the garbage tank, then this will create nuisance, and this will be a very water spillage is there, leaching will be there. So this will be not efficient method. So this alley services, this is all about the alley services. Next service is the door-to-door container services. That this door-to-door is also called as set out set back service. Set out set back service. So what happen in this set out and set back services, like they will bring the waste, they will bring the garbage, a person is there, or residents itself, or the person residing in that area itself, or one person is there. They are putting this set out and set back services. Containers are set out from the homeowner property and set back after being emptied by additional crew. That works in conjugation with the collection crew responsible for loading the collection vehicle. So this type of services is mainly adopted in our country. Mainly this type of services has been adopted. So before, it was from the year back, before 2005. If we talk about before 2005, the waste collection method, this type of method is not there. Waste collection is just a simple method is there, like people will throw out their garbage to a place where a person will come, and they will take it in a tractor or a normal vehicle, and by taking that waste, in whole route will be contaminated, whole waste spillage is there, that type of function is there. And now it has been changed with this type of vehicles. These vehicles are covered vehicles where you can put your waste, your garbage inside the vehicle, they will cover it. And like this, you can see the picture, door-to-door collection system. Sometimes they will come with a person who is collecting the waste, or sometimes the person, it will coming directly. So this is about the door-to-door services, and that is also called as set out and set back services. So the set out the homeowner property and set back after being emptied by the after being emptied by the additional crew that work in conjugation with the collection crew responsible for loading the collection vehicle. So this is about the door-to-door services or set out and setback services. Now comes to the next point. Next thing we'll discuss about this, like this collection vehicles. You can see now this collection vehicles has been changed and this type of vehicles are using. So these are the mechanized vehicles. This will not involve the person also, and they will directly take the containers and they will haul it to a delivery location or where the more waste facility is there, and they are putting the container back into the place. So this type of method has been came into force that will emphasize more on the collection of larger quantity and high volume of wastes. So this, after this Swachh Bharat mission has been introduced, the collection types has also been changed, and they are mainly focusing on the collection of more volume of waste. So because if more volume of waste should be collected, then that should be economically viable also, economically also, or we can talk like this, that will be environment friendly also. If a bigger vehicle will come, they will haul more waste at a time, and that vehicle is itself a mechanized vehicle, so that will not involve any person or a person with any, then this will be better for the health of the person who are exposing to this type of waste. So this vehicles introduction is a very good thing for the collection of collection methods has been changed, as if we compare with the ancient time. And the compact vehicles will be largely introduced, which took into account the cost factor required for waste collection. So this will be like increased. This will be like some economical also, because this will be involved with the more vehicles also, more mechanized vehicles, more because in a metropolitan city, more big vehicles they have introduced, because if a big vehicle will come, they will take more volume of waste or more collection is there. So this is very good, and this introduction is a very good for the collection of waste. And now if we can see the data of this door-to-door collection method or this type of mechanized vehicle, almost every state has been introduced this type of vehicles, and the door-to-door collection methods has been now increased up to 88%. Up to 88% of the waste is now collected by the door-to-door methods, and they are collecting segregated waste. As I have already discussed in the last lecture, like segregated waste collection is the most important waste collection method. Like blue bins or green bins is there. So these type of vehicles will come. They will take waste either from a curb facility or from a alley facility or from door-to-door facility. So this type of changes has been made after this Swachh Bharat mission came into the force. Now you can see the picture of these mechanized stationary containers vehicles. They are the mechanized vehicles. This will contain some containers also. Mechanized system of waste unloading was introduced, which reduces the number of required collection crew and time for wasting during the unloading. So this will be very efficient if we talk about in terms of time consuming, and labor cost has also decreased. Labor cost decreases, and the crew members has also increased. Crew members decreases, and point is that if because this waste is a dangerous waste, if a person will directly come in contact with all those things, they must be getting any of the diseases or any of the infections. So it's better to keep it mechanized, because if either you are the person is equipped with many things, but this is infectious, if it is possible to avoid it, then avoid it. So after introducing this type of mechanized vehicle, the crew numbers has been decreases, and this is very good for the health of the worker, those who are associated with the waste management. Now next type of containers are there. Next type of different type of container methods are there. First one is the haul container system method and stationary container system method. So in haul container system method, containers used for the storage of waste and are hauled to the processing unit or to the transfer or disposal site and empty it and then return back to the original location or some other location. So this is the haul container system. What will happen? They will start a route. They will start their daily route where they will go to one location where empty container, where filled container is there. So they will take the filled container and they will take the filled container and bring it to the MRF location, means material recovery facility site, and then they again go back to that location and putting that empty containers. Now, so from this site, they again go to the next site where they will again collect the full container, and then they will go to MRF site. Then again they come to this site. So this type of method is involved in the haul container system method. And next is the stationary container system method. Containers used for the storage of waste remains at the point of waste generation, except when moved for the collection. So this, in the stationary container system, containers has been stationary, means the storage of waste remains at the point of waste generation except when moved for the collection. Now we'll discuss about this haul container system in details. So you can see in the picture what happened. An empty storage containers, that is called as a drop-off box, is hauled to storage site to replace the container that is full of waste, which is then hauled to the processing point, transfer station, or disposal site. This point is there. It is either transfer station, disposal sites. Container is hauled to disposal sites, empty, and return to the original location or the some other location. So container will be empty and then they will again return back to this location. So this haul container system will involve like this, the conventional mode of haul container system. You can see this is the from dispatch beginning of the route. From morning they have their route, so they will this is the beginning of the route. So what they will do, they will come at the location site and they will container location, and they will take this empty full container and comes to the transfer station or disposal site, and then again the vehicle will go to the same location, and from the same location they will put empty container, and with after this location they will go to the next location. Like this they will travel, this vehicle will travel from n number of location in one day, that is in 8 hours. In 8 hours, how much location is possible they can go. So this type of method, we can say that it is little economical method also, because they will come, that vehicle will come to the MRF site, and then the vehicle will go to the putting the haul the container, the clean container, empty container to the location site. So this will be proved to be a little bit expensive also. So this stationary method, next method is there, stationary method, like the container is already installed there, means the vehicle, what vehicle will do, they will collect the waste and then they will directly go to the next location, then where it will collect the waste. Up to that they will go to different location where it will be full, and then it will come to the transfer station or disposal site. So like this type of path they should follow. So the container is hauled to disposal site or empty and returned to the original location at the same time. So this is about the haul container system or collection of waste by the haul container system method. Now comes to the next point. What is involved, which type of, means if we calculate the how much time haul container system will take disposing of waste from one location to another location. So the solid waste collection time can be categorized as the following. First up is the pickup time. Pickup time has been involved. Pickup time means which time? Pickup time involved the time is it will be cover all the time, means the time that will be involved for the doing whole operation. Like first is the collection of waste, means waste collection, the time that involve the waste collection time. Next is the conventional haul mode. It is the sum of time spent driving to the next container after an empty container has been deposited. Means this pickup time has been involved whole time, means the time this vehicle will take place, will spend while collection of the waste and then going to the MRF facility site, and then again coming back to their delivery location. So all the time spent by a vehicle, the whole the time is called as pickup time. And this include the time spent in the picking up the loaded container, and the time required to redeposit the container, and after its contents has been emptied, means whole time that will involved while the collection of waste, and then picking, hauling of the containers to the MRF location, and then again taking the container back to the location area. So whole time involved in this operation is called as pickup time. Whole time that is been involved in this operation is called as pickup time, means picking up the waste from the container to the MRF site, and then again taking empty container to that location. And this type of time, all time that has been involved here is called as pickup time. Now comes to the next factor that has been responsible for this haul container system. So analysis of haul container system. In this haul container system, what we know, to establish vehicles and labor requirement for the various collection systems and method, the unit time required to perform each task must be determined. It is possible. So now we'll do the analysis how this haul container system is working. So to establish vehicles and labor requirement for the various collection systems and methods, the unit time required to perform each task must be determined. Means the time required to perform each operation must be determined to know that which is a good method, or how much time that has been involved while doing all the process. So by separating the collection activities into operation, it is possible to develop design data and relationship that can be used universally and evaluate both the variables associated with collection activities and the variables related to the particular location. So this is all about the analysis of haul container system. We'll do analysis of this haul container system whole operation, means either it is efficient or not. It is to establish a vehicle, establishing the vehicle, and then calculating the labor requirement cost and the various collection systems and methods. The unit time required to perform each task should be determined. By this only we can get idea like this system is workable or not. And the separation and collection activities unit 2 operation means this collection services and then their separation involves 2 type of operation, because first the vehicle is doing the collection and then they are involved with the separation of the waste. Next is to develop design data and relationship that can be used universally and evaluate both the variables associated with collection activities and the variables related to the particular location. So this has been involved in this haul container system. So the analysis, we'll do the analysis of a conventional mode of haul container system. So there are 4 unit operation. The whole unit operation is divided into 4 categories. So first of all is the pickup time, then haul, and then at site, and then off route. So you can see that this is the whole picturization of this conventional mode of operation. So in this conventional mode of operation, what they are doing, they are starting, this is the beginning of their daily route. They are taking that filled container and they are taking it back, haul loaded container, and then they will do haul of this empty container to its original pickup location, and then they will go to drive to the next location, from where again this process will start. They haul the loaded container, then next haul empty container to that location. So in this way, this vehicle will travel up to the end route, and this is the picture that is the end of their daily route, because they will do up to 8 hours only. So up to in 8 hours, how much location is possible, this vehicle is going to do the operation. So first is the point is the pickup time. So pickup time is the time that has been involved in the involving the taking the waste to the going to the MRF site and then again empty the container. So in this way, what happened? You can see that this is the different type of picture that is about the haul container system with exchange container mode. Means here what they are doing, they are exchanging the container. They are exchanging the container like they deposit the empty container from previous location and pick up loaded container to the MRF site. So in this way, this will be taking a very less time, and the daily route has also decreases. So you can see that this is a one number, they are taking the filled container to the location site, and again they are going to that only that particular location, and they are taking the filled container, haul it, and then haul to the empty container to this place. Again, location 3 and up to n number of location, and then this will be the end of their daily route. So this will be a little bit economical, because this will not involving the vehicles coming and going 2 to 3 times. Only one time it is involved. It will be directly coming from the waste location to the MRF facility. Not then they will haul the container, deposit the waste, and again it will going to taking the empty haul container to the next location. Like this has been involved for this operational exchange container mode only. Now the time has been involved in this conventional mode, because this conventional mode is a good has been mostly adopted. So first of all is the pickup timing. Pickup we are representing by PHCS. Pickup is like this. So pickup is means what? It refers to the time spent in the picking of the loaded container. PC is the loaded container. So time involved in the loaded container, and then redeposition of the container after it has been emptied, like the UC. You can see that this is the PC, that is pickup of the container, loaded container, and UC is the unloading of the empty container. So, and next, driving to the next location after an empty container has been disposed. So this is called as DBC. DBC. First, PC is the pickup of the filled container. UC is the deposition of the empty container, UC, and DBC is the time taken driving to the next container after an empty container has been deposited. So this all involved a pickup time. This has been involved a pickup time, means PC plus UC. Pickup PHC is equal to PC plus UC plus DBC. PC is the time required for the taking the filled container, and UC is time required for putting the empty container, and then the time required for driving to the next location is the DBC. So this is the total pickup timing that has been involved in a haul container system. Next is the haul. Haul means what? Haul, HHCS. HHCS is the haul, means what? Hauling, the time involved in the hauling. So it is the time required to reach the location where the waste will be empty. Means the time required to reach the waste, like this. This is the location. This is the waste location. This is the location where one empty filled is there, when one empty is there. So the time required. This is the MRF facility. You can see this is the MRF facility. So a vehicle will coming of the vehicle and then going of the vehicle. It is called as haul. So the time required in hauling of the waste, time required for the hauling of the waste is called as haul. So the starting when the container has been loaded on the truck and continuing through the unloading until the truck arrives at the location where the empty container to be redeposited. It neither include actual picking of the loaded container or redeposition of the empty container, nor the time spent at the location where the waste is unloaded. Means the time is not involved. Only the distance, only the time has been involved during the hauling only. Means time required to reach the location, means the time this one and this one only. These two only. Means the time required for reaching the final delivery location, and the time required to again reach the location site to install the empty container. So this two time has been involved, and this is called as haul. It will not involve the time that has been involved during the loading of waste or pickup timing, any timing. So this is about the haul. There are 4 operation is there. That is, first is the pickup, haul, on-site and off-site. The pickup is the picking of the waste, the time involved by the vehicle. Haul is the time only, this 2 time that has been involved. And next is the off-site. At site means what? At site, the time is spent at the site or the landfill or transfer station. Means the time that has been involved while the waste unloading from collection vehicle. Unloading, see, you can see the picture. If that vehicle is taking the waste to the final delivery location, either it is a landfill or a MRF or a transfer station. where the system is unloaded. It also includes the time spent to unload as well as time spent unloading the waste from the container or the collection vehicle. When the time HCS is the time HCS plus SCS. HCS is the time required for unloading of the waste and time required for the collection vehicle. So the time spent by the vehicle at the site, it is while waiting for the unload, as well as the time spent unloading the waste from the containers or the collection vehicle time. So this all time that has been involved at the site only is called as at site. So fourth operation involved in this haul container system is the at site, means the time spent at the site or the landfill site or MRF site or transfer station while unloading the waste or loading on or taking the collection vehicles is called as at site time spent. So it has been represented by HCS and SCS. So you can see the picture. This is the picture of a landfill site. Landfill site picture is there, and this is a waste unloading vehicle. This vehicle is there. They are unloading the waste at the landfill site. And next is the off route. Off route means what? Off route is the time spent in all non-productive activities. Means time if a vehicle is stuck in the traffic, if some fuel is not there in vehicle, if some puncture is there in the vehicle. So this type of things has been involved in the off route, and this we can calculate is typically 15% we can calculate in the off route system. So many of the activities associated with off route system at times are sometimes necessary or inherent in the operation, and therefore they may be subdivided into two categories. Like this, it will include necessary timing or unnecessary timing. Necessary thing is that it includes in two categories, that is necessary and unnecessary. So necessary means what? Necessary will include like time spent in checking, checkout, meeting or some break. Time lost due to unavoidable traffic congestion. Time spent on equipment repair or some maintenance. So these are the necessary congestion that has been mostly involved, and unnecessary are the thing if they are taking a coffee break that will be longer than 5 minutes to 10 minutes. So these are called as unnecessary time spent. So this is the time spent of the off routing, means like the time spent, time sometimes necessary or inherent. So what time they have been lost. Basically, if you understand this off route is the time that has been lost while collecting the waste, that like if they were stuck in the traffic or their vehicle will be some problem in their equipment of their vehicle, or they are spending time at the fuel station. So this type of timing is called as off route timing. So this 4 point has been completed, this haul container system. First is the pickup timing, hauling. Next is the at site, and then off route. Now comes to the next point. Then with all those things, so time per trip is equal to time HCS, like haul container system, H upon per trip, and P HCS plus S plus H. So if we will calculate the whole time required in a single trip and while calculating all the operations, so this formula can become. So the time required for a trip is a sum of the pickup time like P HCS and the time of on the site like S, and the haul timing, that is H. The pickup time like hours per trip may be expressed, it is like P HCS is equal to PC plus UC plus DVC. PC is time required for picking up loaded container. UC time required for picking up empty container. DVC time required to drive between container location is the DBC. So this is the whole relationship between this haul container system, or relationship which is involved while completing all the processes, all the operation of this haul container system. Next class, I will discuss some of the problems statement related with this haul container system and how much time it is taking for a normal haul container system. So this was all about the collection vehicles and the operation that has been involved by a vehicle at their landfill site or material recovering facility and everything. So in this lecture, I have discussed about the primary collection method and secondary collection method. Primary collection method will involve curve collection method, or this door-to-door collection method, or alley collection method. And after this collection method, secondary collection method also, that will involve the hall container system. In this hall container system, how much time is taken, how much time it will involve in the whole unit operation, it has been calculated. So in the next class, I will calculate some of the numericals that has been involved with the calculation of the timing for a hauling of a container. Or like by this thing, we can compare which method is efficient or which method can be adopted for the hauling of a container. So this was all about the collection methods. Thank you for today's lecture. And if you have any query or any doubts, you can write in the comment box, or you can directly mail me at my mail ID shikha@gmail.com. So thank you for today's lecture.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.